Hello and welcome to our CS125 final project built by myself, Rishu Baga, and my partner Shoji Moto. We built a Snakes and Ladders game in Java using an application called Processing, which helps do GUI stuff. And we also used a library called Control P5, which also helps with the same thing, the GUI. Let me just show you right now. Okay, so as we see here, we have the Java classes in the processing application. We have the main game, board game, dice player. I built this back end, and my partner built the front code for the front end. So just a quick overview of what these classes do. The main game is the class that executes the game. It has and then the board game. The board game is a class to model the board. It consists of an array. It has the hard-coded snakes here and ladders. The dice is basically a normal generic dice class. It just rolls a value between 1 and 6, and the player just holds a value that holds the name and the color of the player in the game, and it contains its position. So I'm just going to run the game for you. So we can play with up to 4 players. For now I'm just going to model it with 2. So when I press start, it starts up the game right away. It's going to roll up the first value. And so both players initially start at 0, and if I roll a 2, it's going to put me at position 2. It's just going to add that number to my position. If I press roll again, it's going to go to the other player, and it's going to roll their value. So they rolled a 3. Now they're at 3. Basically, if you're not familiar with how snakes and ladders work, the ladders take you up steps, and the snakes take you down. And they point to different spots on the board. For example, 6 is a ladder, which points to 27. 43 is a snake, which points to 16. So the ladders are in green and the snakes are in red. You'll see that as we keep playing the game. For example, I hit the block 9, and since 9 corresponds to block 50, I'm going to go all the way to block 50. The objective of the game is to get to the 100th block right there, titled W in yellow. I'm just gonna fast forward this a bit. Okay, another important thing to note is that once you're close to the 100th block, once you're close to winning, you have to roll exactly the number to get to 100. You can't go over 100. If you go over 100, it's just going to pass the turn to the next player. You might be able to see that right now. It usually happens a lot. For example, if I'm at 97, I roll 1, and then the green player Shoji, if he rolls over a 4, it's not, or if he rolls a 3 over a 3, it's not going to work. So Shoji rolled a 1, it works. Roll the 2, he rolled a 3 right there. 98 plus 3 is 101, so it won't work. It passed the turn to me. It's going to try again. 4 did not work. So I'm going to go back to me, and then it's going to go until he rolls exactly a 2, I keep rolling. Sorry, I meant until he rolls 1 or 2. See, now we're at the same spot, so whoever rolls a 1 first wins at this point. So I rolled a 1 first and I won. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.